What's going on, guys? We're back with another video for you. Today I want to talk about my race radio. All you guys keep asking me. And I also want to talk about the people that keep saying you can't use it, they're illegal, or do you have a license? Okay, if you're going to use specific frequencies, yes, you need a license. There's some frequencies that you don't need a license. You can go buy these radios. So for you guys that are commenting out there, I suggest you do your homework before you start commenting on the kind of radio that I have. And I'm going to explain it to you guys right now. So here's an example that I'll show you guys. And this is the radio that I have in my truck. So in my truck, I have the Yaesu. I don't remember the model or the brand or the model number, but it is a Yaesu. Now, yes, this is a ham radio basically. So this is, I can pretty much, if I go to the 144 to 148 frequencies, I can connect to a repeater tower. And yes, if you guys are going to use those pretty much frequencies, the 144 to 148, you will need a ham radio operating license. But as you guys see, we do not use those. I don't use that band. And you know, yes, I have my ham radio operating license to use them. Do I use it? Not really. I just like to have access. If I need to go onto a repeater to talk to somebody, I can. Do I? No, I never do. Same thing goes for my RZR right here. So my RZR has same thing, but it's a rugged system. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I did not buy this and put this in my truck. But this also works the same, except this is on the same frequency. So for an example, when I go to, that's not the frequency. So this BFG relay right here, this frequency is the same frequency that I had that was in my truck, the 151.715. Except when you purchase these ruggeds, they don't allow you to pretty much go anywhere past 51 to 154. And they program these in there for you. But why I did not put one of those in my truck is because that radio for the entire kit is about, I don't know, $700–800. Well, that radio in there was only around, I think, $200 and something. And you can also get the Kenwood radio, the TM281A. That Kenwood radio is an amazing radio. It's only about, I want to say, $120. And how I did it, basically, again, that is a ham band. So, and let me clarify something for you guys here, and I'll show you. And I pulled this up. Here you go. So this is what I have in my truck. For all you guys that say I can't have this because you got to make sure you have a license. Here you go. Read that. There's no license to pretty much no license required to purchase this equipment. Obviously, you can listen. Now, FCC license is required to transmit on radio. Radio frequencies in the U.S. Amateur radios are available. Base model, mobile, blah blah blah. So you can purchase this. You don't need to have a license. You can listen, but you cannot talk in the 144 to 158 frequencies without having a ham license. I agree with you on that. That's fine. But you can purchase that radio and use the other frequencies that you don't need a ham radio operating license to use. Here's another example that I pulled up for you guys. This is the sheet right here. So here are the frequencies right here that you can use without a ham, pretty much without having a ham radio operating license. See here, where was the one I was using? I don't know, somewhere in there, but you do not need a license to use any of these right here. 151.715. You do not need a license to use these. So for you guys out there thinking you need a license, you don't. You can go buy this radio, you can put it in your truck. Now, there's a catch. It's not a big catch, but there's a catch. So, and I'm gonna show you the price also over here. So this Kenwood right here, you can actually get this and order online from Ham Radio Outlet. This radio is $134.95. They say discount. It's not a discounted price. That's just, you know, they go for about $120 to $130. So The catch is basically, if you guys want to use that radio, if you want to purchase that radio, you will have to unlock it. It's very, very simple. For an example, I bought these radios, these Kenwoods right here. I just purchased these. This is also a ham radio, 2-meter band radio. So now, this, it transmits, as you guys can see. But when you buy these, it's going to be locked. It will not allow you to transmit on that frequency because it is a ham band. And no, this is not illegal. Where you buy it from, they'll probably unlock it for you. Or you can, I'll show you right here, print this online, because they're pretty much everywhere, on how to unlock those kind of radios, these ham radios. It's very simple. So there's I think they're resistors. There's pretty much one here, one here. You take apart the radio, it's very simple. I did it in less than 2 minutes. All I did was take a pick and I popped this D and C out to unlock those frequencies so I can use it. I would recommend getting the ham radio because, like I said, you saw the Kenwoods 120. Let's look at a rugged radio. A rugged radio that has that frequency unlocked already is about $399, so $400 pretty much plus tax. Here's another one, $325. Here's another one, $399. So these radios are expensive, and there's a reason why I went with the ham radio, because it was 120 and you just unlock it, it works. Now also, you guys are probably wondering, why would you get a big radio when you can use a handheld radio? The problem with the handheld radios, they're only, I believe, like 3 to 5 watts. The big radios are 50 to 65 watts. So you get pretty much more watts, more power, more distance. It's going to go further. But also, that depends on the antenna. You have to cut the antenna to the proper size. I see a lot of trucks and, for an example, RZRs out there that have these radios and they're using the frequency I'm on, but their antenna, is 20 inches or 10 inches. You have to cut the antenna to the frequency that you're using, or else it's going to work, but you're not going to get the full potential out of the radio. And I'll show you guys that here also. I pulled that up. Okay, so right here, see, it tells you the frequency that you're using. So for an example, mine is cut, I believe, at 46 inches. I use frequencies between 150 to 154. So they want to cut between 46 to 44 inches right there. That's if you want the full potential of the radio. Yeah, if you're 47, 48, or 43, it's not a big deal. But to get that full power of the radio, it has to be cut. That's why, if you notice, all of my antennas, here's the antenna on top of my truck. It is at 46 inches. And it's just a magnet mount. That's all I bought, sticks on it with a magnet. Also for my RZR. It's not on right now, but it screws on to right here. I think I have it over here, and it's set to, I believe, 46 inches also. Oops. Here you go. This is the, oh crap. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. So here's the antenna right here. It screws right on. Okay, and it's set also, same thing. If I measure this, it's set to 46 inches. I can't tell you guys enough how important it is to have the proper size antenna, because you're going to go out and buy a 65 watt radio and it's going to come at, I don't know, 56 inches. Well, you're not getting the full potential out of it. You got to cut them. It's got to be in range, and you can pull all this stuff up online and it'll tell you everything. Also mine is a VHF radio, not a UHF. UHF, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that UHF has a shorter wavelength and a VHF has a higher and it goes further wavelength. The UHF, they say, is for more marine use, so your boat, and you're in the water, there's no mountains or anything. The VHF, wait, didn't I pulled that up over here somewhere. The VHF, they said, I believe, had a bigger bounce, was for mountains mainly. Hold on, let's see. Yeah. So, longer wavelength, greater distance. UHF is higher energy but shorter distance. So clearly you can see when it hits a rock, the guy can't hear what he's saying. So those are the main differences, and I've had a lot of radios in the past. I put them in all my pretty much trucks and RZRs. I don't put them in, you know, any of my cars. But when we do go on, you know, little runs with the Hellcat, stuff like that, that's why I have these Kenwood ones, the little handhelds. These little handhelds work good. I believe I only paid $90 for this. I bought a couple of them. And I think do I still have the boxes? Yeah, I still have the boxes of them. This is the model number right here, if you guys are interested in it. So I bought the Kenwood THK-20A. Again, this is the one, if you do buy this, you will have to modify it. Like I said, you will have to unlock it, but it's a great radio. They're dust proof, they're water resistant. I've used them, you know, I've used Kenwood for a long time. The only reason I went with the Yaesu is because that display, the head unit comes off, and you can mount the actual, you know, big radio part under like your seat and put the head unit somewhere. I never did that, so it's kind of useless for me to buy the Yaesu. So I'd recommend you guys getting the Kenwood. It's a great radio. And another thing, guys, these are not called CB radios. The one I purchased are called ham radios. The CB radios are horrible and they suck. The distance is just, I used to have a CB radio in my truck and it sucked. It was the worst thing I've ever bought. It couldn't even go literally from here to the end of my driveway. So I would go get a ham radio, and then, you know, you can look online. If you don't want the Kenwood, you found something cheaper, you can look online, figure out a way to unlock it, pull the resistor out or whatever it is, and there you guys go. And all it is, I bought pretty much a magnet to magnet on top of my truck, because I don't want to drill any holes in the roof. It magnets right on there, throw the antenna up, you're good to go.